This video is sponsored by DistroKid. Today I'm going to talk you through some of my favorite guitar pedals that I like to use in my synth rig, and I'm kind of rehashing my setup right now to be able to use my guitar to run through the pedal board to sort of sample on the Digitakt, and also to be able to run my Digitone and Digitakt through the pedal board itself if I want to do some kind of more granular mangling of already granularly mangled samples. So it'll be a fun time. If you like guitar pedals, hang around. If you want to hear some of my applications on them, definitely hang around. And yeah, my first foray into electronic music hardware was actually guitar pedals. I came from playing in a band background. I was playing guitar, singing, and songwriting for a project, and I kind of formed Slow Haste while that was happening. And it was really interesting sort of balancing these two projects and bouncing my own internal ideas off of each other. And speaking of balancing multiple musical projects, I wanted to talk about this video's sponsor, DistroKid. So if you're not familiar, DistroKid is a digital music distribution service that you can use to put your music onto online streaming services like Spotify, YouTube Music, Apple Music, etc., etc. I switched over from another popular distribution service because of the ability to utilize the same account to distribute multiple artists or bands worth of music. And the more artists you add to your account, the better discount you get. So I had two projects being balanced at the same time, and I was able to use DistroKid to release music through both projects under the same account. And it was really simple to set up and just a great value for the money, in my opinion. If you're interested in signing up for DistroKid, I do have a link to get you 7% off in the description of this video. So if you've ever considered releasing your own music, definitely check that out. Another one of my favorite things about DistroKid are just some of the entertaining features you can get to kind of play with your music. For example, here's Dave. Dave is a music analysis bot, and Dave will try as hard as he can to analyze one of your tracks and give you some stats on it. So here, one of my favorite songs I released is Scrape, so let's check that out. Dave's really thinking about this hard, as you can see, but he moves quick. Let's see. Okay, yeah, danceability. Yeah, it is a very bouncy track. It's instrumental and energetic. It doesn't contain any talking for sure. And as always, the vibe is sad, depressed, and or angry. Good job, Dave. The upload interface is also really simple. You can easily check any of these boxes for the services you may or may not want, and then describe what your upload looks like, if it's an album or not. You can upload your own artwork and all of that important stuff. Thanks so much to DistroKid for sponsoring this video. Definitely check out the link in the description of the video for 7% off of your first year of membership. So before we jump into the actual pedals themselves, I'm just going to start off with a little piece of music that I've been messing around with. And we're going to hop over to the Digitakt and the Digitone, as is tradition here. And would you look at that, a guitar. Something you may not have seen before on this channel, unless you watched like the one pedal demo I did. But let me know down in the comments if it's something you're interested in seeing more of. So before we get into pedals, I'm just gonna play a little jam for you. So yeah, nothing incredibly complex going on there. Just a couple of chords and some fiddly transition notes, but I'm getting back into it. And this is what I think my setup is really great for, is that if I have like a basic idea that I'm not sure how I want to progress with it on the Electron devices, I can just sort of plug on my guitar and fiddle around and see if I come up with any sort of melodies or other progressions that could push the song forward. And that's exactly what I tend to do with this little beat. I actually kind of feel like it would be a cool breakdown in a song that's primarily guitar. Bring in those kind of like slow, sloshy beats and see where it goes from there. Anyways, let's talk about my pedal setup a little bit. I've come to accept that, a guitar pedal board is never really gonna look clean. You can be as clean as you want with synths, but this stuff stays on the floor and I really don't care. So here's what I guess I would kind of call my bass tone, my sort of always on setup. The Brothers by Chase Bliss Audio is a great gain staging pedal. It has two different sides. Each has a clean boost, an overdrive, and a fuzz, and you can run them in series or parallel. And I kind of have just like a basic overdriven tone. And here's a tremolo by Chase Bliss, and it is really cool. You can kind of ramp the rhythm of the trem, so kind of like this. And it has this kind of nice, natural, overdriven bite to it. I've talked about the Caroline Meteor before, so I'm just gonna play a couple of splashy chords. You can hear it has some inherent delay to those reverb trails. And that's gotten it some flack, but I honestly really like it. And as you can see, it can get kind of hairy. I really like to use these sort of like higher gain settings and play more dynamically. That Havoc switch is a great feature. Here's my first pedal ever, the Old Blood Noise Endeavor's Black Fountain. An oil can delay. I just absolutely love the super murky tone. And another Chase Bliss Petio, the Warped Vinyl Hi-Fi. I'll play out a chord for you, so you can listen to that sort of slow and easy vibrato. And I also have a chorus preset on there. This is the Old Blood Noise Endeavor's Dark Star. It is a pitch shifted and or delayed and or bit crushed reverb. So I just have a simple octave up, octave down on it right now. This is the Meris Mercury 7, one of my favorite reverb algorithms that I've found in a guitar pedal. Just give it a listen. Oh, just realized you can't actually see these pedals. There's the Dark Star, and there's our Mercury 7. And this is the Montreal Assembly Count to 5. It was one of the first pedals that got me into sort of like weird experimental pedals. It's a pitch shifted, granular delay, looper, recording buffer. It's a lot of things, but I tend to use it when I'm performing as more so just like a basic pitch shifted delay. I think it's reversed in an octave up here. And you can get some cool rhythmic stuff out of it. And it has a hold foot switch. Pretty fun stuff. So yeah, that's just kind of a quick casual rundown of my pedal board and how I plan to use it in an example of a jam. I'm really excited to sort of experiment with this setup and see how it ends up working out for me. And if nothing else, it's been a lot of fun kind of setting up my pedals again and strumming a few guitar notes in there. I realize I'm very, very rusty. I genuinely haven't played my guitars for like 7 or 8 months, and I really need to restring them, give them some TLC. I just want to thank DistroKid again for sponsoring this video before throwing in a few plugs for myself. So thanks so much, DistroKid. I really appreciate it. And if you're still hanging around, I just have a few things that I want to plug for myself. So first of all, I'm currently looking for a few more students to teach electronic music to. I'm currently focused on teaching the Digitakt, the Digitone, the OP1, basics of modular, and general synth consultation for beginners to talk about how you can implement electronic music hardware into your workflow, whether you're a complete beginner or you're coming from a DAW and want to sort of break away from that computer in the box workflow. If you're interested, definitely feel free to reach out to me on social media for a sort of one-off lesson. I'm most accessible on Instagram, just @slowhaste. And if you're interested in signing up for continual lessons, the best way to do that is from my Patreon. And that's patreon.com/slowhaste, also linked in the description of this video and all my videos. There are some other tiers there, including free downloads of my jam audio from my YouTube channel. And once I do merch, which might be happening at some point in the future, you'll definitely get first access to that too. So yeah, any way you're able to help support is greatly appreciated. Also, your continued viewership is enough support in and of itself. But a few people have asked me how they can help monetarily support the channel. So Patreon is the best way to do that. Anyways, if you stuck around to the end, thank you so much. I really do appreciate each and every one of you sticking with me through this fun journey that's been going on for almost a year now. I think April will be just about a year since I started regularly posting on the channel, and it's grown more than I kind of thought it would at this point. I know I'm not reaching millions of people, but it's been really great meeting a lot of you and being able to interact and just talk about electronic music passions in a casual way. It's super fun. It's been a really great creative outlet for me too. And to be honest, I feel like I'm learning just as much as I've been able to teach others. So that's a great perk. Anyways, as always, thank you all for stopping by, and I hope you have a great day. Catch you in the next one. Peace.